Hello, everyone. Terraquator, Lily is with me. We're able to do this because Sweet Pea is in her bed right now, so we can actually do things together. Anyway, we're not here to discuss that. We're here to discuss something I hope no one else deals with, or if you are dealing with this, or even you may be a culprit of this, let it be a lesson for you to either not do that or not put up with it. See, there's a particular issue with one individual that I've been dealing with for a little over 4 years. It's been the same repeated problems where I don't want to go into who, because I don't want to make a public debacle over my I guess you could say personal issues. You good?
Yes.
Is the sky beautiful? Anyway,
I never know what to do during these serious talks.
I can understand that. I don't like having these series talks either, but this has been a long-standing problem. There is a high likelihood if they see this video, they'll know who I'm talking about. But I'm still not going to say who. The other day, I was mad enough to where I almost did, but I don't want to be that kind of petty. Because it's my business, and what I'm going to say here is not any way for anyone to figure out who I'm talking about or to take action against this person. Needless to say, for about 4 years, one person in particular has been not listening to my requests to give me space when I'm trying to get things done or start doing things, VR chat in particular, of give me space so I can get things started. They tend to see everything I'm doing because, Discord likes to show whatever software or even game you're playing. Pardon me. So, if there is a game that I'm playing and this person sees that they can play it too, I will immediately get a barrage of messages, immediately asking to either voice chat or join them. But if they can play in the same area I'm playing, I get followed around everywhere. I don't get a break from that kind of thing. So often I end up taking long hiatuses from socializing in general just so I can make the message clear that I don't want to be bothered all the time, because it completely depletes my patience and my social energy. I only have so much to give. So it has been an ongoing problem, and I've noticed an array of other issues that have only been getting increasingly bad over the last 4 years of being flat out ignored when I talk about things I'm interested in, but they are not. So it only goes one of two ways. Either one, I am completely ignored until even another day where a topic comes up that they are interested in, or B, they will immediately switch the subject to what they are interested in. We never really embellish on things I or other people are interested in. It usually involves only what they are interested in. And that gets really damn annoying. Pardon my cursing. And it's only been getting worse. I can talk about anything. If they're not interested, I'm ignored outright. Until, again, something comes up that they are interested in. And again, if I'm playing a game, or even if I'm streaming, the last several times I started streaming, because I'm trying very hard to get back into that. I'm trying to do content creation again. But as soon as they see that I'm doing stuff, and they see that I'm also streaming, I immediately get messages in Discord. And if I don't answer those messages, they start commenting in my streams to join them in voice chats, which is extremely rude, by the way. You don't go into people's chats while they're streaming annoyingly demanding that you join them in a voice chat in something like Discord. You just don't do that. It's rude and unprofessional. And it's been 4 years of this, and it's only gotten worse to where every single time I've streamed in the last year alone, every time in the last year, I have gotten these messages to join on a voice chat. And if I do, everything I'm trying to do for the stream goes out the window. So if I join that voice chat, what I'm doing goes out the window and it becomes what they want to be doing, which usually isn't like trying to level up a class in an RPG or, farming for rare items. It becomes entirely what they want to do, which usually ends up being looking at avatar items, like accessories or new looks. Like, do you like this look? Do you like this look? Do you like this look? Can I go grinding in the combat zones? Can I do that, please? Because that's what I started streaming to do, not so we could stare at your avatar. And I've tried to explain that, and they say, I just like to hang out with you. I understand you like to hang out with people, but let them also do what they want to do as well, not just you. I've gotten absolutely livid. I'm sick and tired. Absolutely sick and tired of dealing with this bullshit. Of not being able to do what I want to do when you're around. And you being so incredibly self-centered that you can't even think about other people's desires during that time. And I can also go on about you having not listened for all this time. You've never listened that I'm not going to play certain game titles. And you still tell me that I should play it because you think I'll like it. And then I've said over and over, if I play this, do not try to backseat game. And you flat out ignored me and said that you're gonna have to do that because you expect me to need help. Not everyone likes getting help when they're gaming. I appreciate the help once in a while, but you absolutely backseat. You did that with PSO2 when I first joined. And I play better than you. You already know this. I am a far more aggressive player than you. Yet you still tried to teach me everything when I already was figuring the stuff out. If I need help with something, I will ask. I have no problem with that. But it became that kind of problem where you just wouldn't drop it. And every time you think the opportunity comes up to bring it up, we could be in VR chat or even in PSO2. You will bring it up and tell me that I need to play a different title, the one that I have never played even once. And the biggest reason, I understand, I explained I have an addictive personality and I don't want to fall down a rabbit hole where I forget my responsibilities because I'm playing a game I may or may not be interested in. The primary reason I will not play the game is because you won't shut the hell up about it, trying to get me to play and refusing to acknowledge that you will not backseat game and try to instruct me on every little bit of it. I have told you, because of that, I am not playing Warframe. I will not play that game. And you are the reason why. Because you don't shut up. And I sound like I'm getting mad because I've been mad all weekend. What I've had to deal with on Friday, the fact that you openly admitted on my live stream that you were ignoring Lily and myself because you were bored and didn't want to deal with the conversations and what we were doing. Once again, you started being an asshole, not even realizing you're being an asshole, because we weren't doing or talking about what you wanted. And then when we were in an avatar world, I found this out later because I wasn't entirely there for it, that all that happened is that she popped up into an avatar that showed up at random and you threw a hissy fit about it. And again, I'm not giving out names. I'm not saying who you are, but you know who you are. You threw a hissy fit just because it was that avatar, and it had to do with something where you claimed to call out another one of my friends over a joke that they say in general. At least three people have said this joke has been used far before you were in the picture. I'm one of them who know for a fact this joke was never targeted at you, but you made it about you. It was never about you. The fact that you took it so far to where you called them out typically means you chewed them out. And then when I find out that they apologized, but from what I know, you refused the apology. You gaslit them by saying, "Are you sure you apologized? Are you sure about that?" That's what I was physically told. And I can corroborate from your own words that when they apologized, you immediately, like an whole father, said, "If you were truly sorry, you wouldn't have done it again." When they weren't even trying to target you. And they are trying to do better. They say jokes to the point where it is a habit, but you took it personally. You made a joke that was uninvolved for you about you. You made the situation about you. And this is a repeated problem where you make things about you. Grow up. The world is not about you. Not everyone needs to do what you want to do. You have to learn how to have some patience, like brush things off your shoulder, and stop being a self-centered asshole. But at this point, I have listed off before the things that I've been frustrated about with the whole never leaving me alone when I'm in things. The only reason why I know you're not barraging me with messages right now is because it's after midnight in my time zone. It's already too late for you to start pestering me. And I'm thankful for that at this point. Because I'm going to be honest, after this is done and when this gets uploaded, you're not on my friends list anymore. I'm done. You've already ruined gaming experiences for myself and my brother with how selfish you were. And I understand that was a long time ago, but this behavior that you said you would stop never did. They only got worse. So when you sit there and tell me that someone was not genuinely being sorry about a fucking joke, you're a hypocrite because you don't follow what you demand of others. You're that level of self-centered, and you should start considering that you may need to start looking into the possibility you have narcissistic personality traits. I am that level of fed up with this behavior. I'm not going to ask you to be kicked out of any groups. I will never do that. So I'm not going to ask anyone for you to be removed from any groups. I'm not going to tell anyone to stop being your friend. That's not my business. But I'm not your friend. I've given you second chances. I've given you third chances. And you have destroyed those. And then you took those antics out on my other friends. And you gaslit them. And you tried to gaslight me. When I already know what the actual truth is. What reality is. That joke existed before you were involved with that alliance. He didn't start it up once you joined. It already existed. And you tried to gaslight 3 people at least that it was about you. So one of the big things I took issue with at this point was the fact you lied and you tried to believe your lie and you tried to gaslight us. I'm done. I am almost 35 years old. I have a family. I have a life of my own. And I have a finite amount of energy, which means I have the privilege of selecting how I waste my time. Wasting my time with your antics is done. Lily and I are both done because when this stuff continues and I start getting frustrated because there are others I've admitted to, your antics make my blood boil sometimes. And then she starts getting frustrated because I have to sit there and get so frustrated, I have to stop what I'm trying to do. So here I am finally making a video for YouTube just so I can say I'm f***ing done with this. I want to be able to do what I want and need to do without you breathing up my ass and then dragging these same problems to my friends and even my family. I am done. Don't try to get back into my social life. I understand that there are going to be things where you're going to be around purely because you're still part of something. But I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm done. Thank you. Anyway, outside of that, if others heard any of that, don't gaslight your friends. Don't take jokes personally. Accept an apology, even if it means at face value. And if it's a joke, targeted you or not, learn what's important in life, what's worth your energy, to the point where you don't want to lose friendships over petty stuff like this. And don't drag other people into it. This wouldn't have been so bad if you didn't make a public spectacle out of it by using the idea of calling someone out over a joke. But because of that, you lost at least 2 friends. 3, actually, if you think about it, because back there, we're both done. And again, my computer's over here. I'm going to reiterate, if you're worried that you have, this is now outside of whom I was directing my ire to. If you're afraid that you do stuff like that, reevaluate yourself. Constantly consider other people's feelings and what they're dealing with. If there is a repeated behavior you have that is a nuisance to the point it is boiling the blood of your friends metaphorically, reassess how you socialize. If you have a friend that does that, give them a warning. You can give them chances, but if they refuse to stop, they're not really your friend. They're just using you for their own personal entertainment. You don't have to put up with narcissists. And an easy way to say that from my end is I'm fucking done with it.